Here's the Finex 12-inch cast iron pan. It's the unboxing. These are made in Portland, Oregon, in the USA. Now, why am I doing this video out with this cool background outside here? Well, because it looks cool. Why did I buy this, expensive pan? Well, because it looks cool. So I did justify this in many ways of why I needed this pan. The first thing I told myself is, when I make a nice meal for the family, I can take the food, and I'm sick of. I tell my wife, I say, I'm sick of serving cold food. I work all this time we're eating cold food. So what I can do is I can take this pan, and I can put a cover on it, and put it on the table. We can all take the cover off and sit around like the Waltons and enjoy this nice meal that I prepared. That was excuse, I think, number one. Excuse number two was I do have a lot of open wood-fired cooking, and this handle, this coil, this quick cool handle. So I told my wife, I'm like, when I take my lodge off the grill or off the fire, the handle's hot, even if I have my gloves on. Yeah, I don't know. But at the end of the day, why did I buy this thing? It's pretty freaking cool looking. So here's what we got. Here's the unboxing. The total box itself is 12 inches long, or 20 inches long, 12 inches wide, and about 4.5 inches thick. There's a nice box that comes in. The lid, look at this lid. Heavy. Weighs a little over 4.5 pounds. Look at that. Look at that. Very nice, heavy, cool looking, smooth. I mean, there are no marks on this at all. I mean, this is, it's cool looking. I mean, I hate to put this thing over a campfire, but I'm going to. So here's a lid. So now, here we go. Here's this pan. Look at this beast. So in the box, it does come with Finex information about new products, and it does come with, let's see what this is, more products I can buy. So it does come with books of more stuff to buy. But since I spent, I don't know, $270 in this pan, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer to buy something else. So the pan is cool. The pan it's great looking. It's very smooth. The bottom of this thing is super smooth. The pan weighs over 7.5 pounds, 7.86 pounds. Like I said, this is the 12-inch pan. I will say the downside is the interior is only about 10 inches, maybe around 10 inches long. So yeah, so you lose a little bit of size. It has this quick, cool metal coil handle, which is it'll supposed to cool it down. So I will say this: the one problem I do have is when I pull the lodge off the fire, even with my gloves on, it is super hot. I'm just trying to bring it in the house. So I will say this might help. I hope it will help. The handle itself is 6 inches long. The metal coil is only 3.5 inches. So I don't know if we have to. I don't know. I guess we'll see how that balances out. So I will say this. So if I pull this thing off a campfire and it's raging hot, I grab this, even with gloves on, I think this will be very cool. I think this will help out. You do have some of this you have to worry about, so maybe I can put a towel around my hand. But the problem is going to be, if this thing is loaded with food, it's going to weigh a ton. So I'm going to have to hold it with this little piece here. So it does have a little spot to hold it. So I will say that you're gonna probably end up using both spots. I do think this will be a little better than a lodge. I think it'll be a little cooler because I do have the problem with my lodge when it's blazing hot. It goes right through the gloves. So I do think this will help out. Look at the back of this. Cast iron skillet, beautiful. 12 inch. It has these cool little ridges in here. And what these are made for is pouring. Pretty cool. Pouring from all different directions. when you put the lid on it, it looks extra cool. What you can do, obviously this will help keep food warm when you put it at the table, but you could actually also, if you're going to steam something, you could turn that sideways and help it steam. Now, I don't see a ton of cast iron with lids, so this was actually a really nice feature. But yeah, I mean, there's a lid on this bad boy and food in here. I mean, it's heavy, man. You're not going to be walking around just holding the handle. But yeah, something, I don't know. It's beautiful. So here's the questions that are going to come up. I'll just fix them right now. Why would you buy a almost $300 pan versus, I can buy the same thing with a Lodge? I have a Lodge. It's awesome. But, look at it. This thing is so smooth. Do I think that, I will say this, compared to a Lodge, the edges around here are nice and they're rough, but the center is completely machine smooth. It's like glass. So do I think you could flip an egg and all those other things, blah, blah, blah? Yeah, I think you can. I think it'll be super smooth and super awesome. So here's the answering of the questions. Do I think this is better than a Lodge? Do I think this is gonna cook a steak better than a Lodge? Do I think it may flip an egg slightly in a minuscule way better? I don't know, maybe, yeah. I think it'll maybe flip an egg better. But why'd you buy it? It's beautiful, it's cool looking. You can make all the excuses you want about how it's an heirloom piece and blah, 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 but it's cool looking. As far as why would you buy this versus Lodge, I will say this, I love Lodge. I have tons of Lodge. Lodge is fantastic, a great product. But this reminds me of a little story. I remember I was at the beach once with my brother and I was smoking a cigar. And he said to me, he's like, dude, how much did that cigar cost? I'm like, it was like $10. He's like, $10? I'm like, yeah, man, but you just spent $1,200 on a parrot. So I guess it really just depends what you want to spend your money on. I'm sure somebody that might buy a Lodge cast iron pan, they only want to spend $20, might spend, tons of money on something else. So it really just depends on what you want to spend your money on. I think this thing is cool. I think it's cool looking. Do I think the extra functionality is going to be worth the extra hundreds of dollars? No, but it's like anything else in your life. You buy stuff that you like and you think is cool and you enjoy using. And I'll tell you this, I think I like it, I think it's cool, and I think I will enjoy using it.